On Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock, President Trump on the ground in Charlotte. This is a live look as Air Force One is taxiing now at the Air National Guard base, landing just moments ago. We'll continue that live coverage in just a moment. The president will be heading to Bojangles Coliseum in East Charlotte. You can see a lot of people waiting outside to get in for that campaign rally tonight at 7 o'clock.
And roads from the airport to that venue are shut down. That's the biggest impact. Even if you're not going to the rally, this is a live look from the 7th Street entrance to Independence Boulevard. A lot of cars right now stopped there with the brake lights on. You're watching Eyewitness News live at 6. Independence Boulevard is just one of the major arteries blocked tonight. Several roads will stay closed until 9 o'clock.
This is a big issue. We have team coverage of the presidential visit. We're going to start with Traffic Team 9's Mark Taylor, though, about the major effect during the evening rush when some of these roads stay closed. Mark?
Yeah, that's right. So it's happening now. So you need to be in place, if not already, because, yeah, we're starting to see some of the road closures right now. And we've been talking about the fact that we're not giving the exact times and alternate routes, but they started back at 4 prepping this road closure and likely taking Wilkinson Boulevard on his way over to Bojangles Coliseum. He could take 85, but this is the most direct route, jumping on the John Belk. That means 277 closing, as well as these streets leading up to it. We're talking everything from East 7th and Monroe to Providence, 3rd, 4th, South Kings Drive. You're going to see a lot of overflow issues there as well. You can see 277 also starting to back up. Heading outbound, Independence Boulevard will close completely between Uptown and Albemarle Road. That is taking place now. He'll speak at 7 p.m. before he heads back towards the airport. Right now, Central Avenue is still your best bet. Avoid Independence. A lot of overflow at East 7th and Monroe, as well as Randolph Road as well.
Thank you very much. Now, President Trump, again, just landing at the Air National Guard base in West Charlotte. Mark talking about all those delays.
Right. So let's get to Channel 9's Greg Susskind, who is live for us there.
Yeah, we just got to see Air Force One come in just a few minutes ago. The president arriving maybe about 15 minutes late or so, beyond the 5:45 time he was scheduled to arrive. And you can always tell because everything else gets quiet. There are no planes taking off or landing. There's nobody taxiing. The whole airport just looks still for that time when Air Force One comes in. This is the second time I've seen this happen, of course, in just a couple of weeks now. What we're waiting on now is you may be able to see from the camera shot, you can see the ladders there on the tarmac, but we're sort of blocked by the Air National Guard's building here on the corner where they've got us on this flatbed truck that we're standing on, all the cameras mounted here. So it takes a few minutes for the airplane to turn around and head back this direction toward the North Carolina Air National Guard. We expect to see Air Force One. I think I can hear it now, but I can't see it just yet around the corner of this building. But it takes a while to turn that big plane around and bring it back over to this area where there's a pretty good crowd here waiting to see President Trump, where I'm just kind of looking over to the side here where our podium is. And I know that South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham is here talking to the crowd. We saw them a few moments ago. A lot of people sort of in a little area that's roped off. They've got their cell phones up in the air and people holding up children to watch the plane. And there's several people here from the Air National Guard and some other veterans here as well, kind of all taking a look around the corner, see if we can peek and see the plane. I don't see it just yet, but it should be here any moment.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. Of course, it'll come around just as soon as we cut away from that shot, but we'll get back to it. This is a live look at 7th Street near Independence Boulevard tonight. Independence being shut down. You can see those trucks right there. They're using dump trucks there to block the road off right there so people can't get on Independence. As the president, again, whatever route he takes to get to Bojangles, all those roads will be shut down. And again, they're blocking off Independence from Uptown to Albemarle Road and putting barriers, trucks in place. So you're going to see a lot of just a real traffic mess as closures will happen all over the area. I'm told Air Force One is now coming into view. If we want to go back to that shot at the Air National Guard base where Greg was talking just moments ago, there it is. A beautiful shot there, the sun over the top of Air Force One.
Yeah, great. Talk us through it.
Yeah, Scott, you definitely called it. The moment we cut away from there, so probably about 10 seconds or so before we were able to hear it and then see it coming around the corner here. Really just an incredible sight. The plane is just so huge that you can even tell when it's coming in, even from far away. You can look and say, well, that's probably Air Force One, just because it seems to take up a lot of space even in the air. But of course, here we're getting a very close-up view as the plane comes around the corner now, getting ready to park pretty much in front of us. Last time when I was covering this event back on January 7th, plane came up, kind of made a complete turn, turned around. Both doors and exit doors are on the opposite side of the plane, so they'll make that turn and come around and park right in front of us. And then kind of off to our side, what you can't see here, there's a large motorcade off to the side that's got several vehicles, both for the president, those that are accompanying him. I know the White House press corps is usually involved, and they're on this plane as well. And you've got several dignitaries that will come out onto the tarmac and also meet the president. So should be a few minutes until we see him deboard this plane.
All right, Greg, thank you. It is pretty impressive when you see it in person, and even from our vantage point through the lens that Greg's providing. He's coming here ahead of the big day
Rally.
tomorrow. Yeah, the rally tonight and then primary day tomorrow.